Kids, it's my vlog for August the 9th, 2012, and how are you? The Olympic Games are just starting to finally wane down. On Sunday we have the closing ceremony, and it's been an exciting game, and it's been a nice diversion from my everyday, I must say, and I do enjoy watching the Olympics an awful lot, and I have been watching an awful lot. By Ben and my television, I have become very close friends for the last more than a week. Anyway, besides the wonderful moments of the Olympics and the tragic moments of the Olympics, I mean, let's face it, men's water polo crashed and burned. Our male volleyball team crashed and burned on the beach and in the gym. It was tragic and cut those exciting games short for us. But our women were awesome and came in first and second in beach volleyball. That was great. And I have to say, it was very touching the other night watching this Dominican guy win his race and then fall apart on the medal stand. It was very moving, and I'm glad to see other countries are coming up and out of the obscurity of the Olympics and starting to place their flag on the medal stand. I mean, I'm as much a fan of the USA as anyone else, but it's nice sometimes to see someone with some real heart and soul win when they really deserve to, especially if they haven't had the opportunities that, let's say, the Chinese or the Russians or we have, as far as preparation and money and organizing and stuff like that. So, all that being said, I have to give my round of applause to Andrea Saul. And if you don't know who Andrea Saul is, go to my Facebook page and look up two clips that I posted this morning from Fox, one from Fox News and one covering Fox News, about Andrea Saul. She is a lead spokeswoman for the Romney campaign. And she had the gall to tell the truth on television about Romney's wonderful Medicare, medical plan in Massachusetts. And it set the right on fire, Now, this all comes because of this ad that this super PAC has made on behalf of Obama. And it wasn't the Obama campaign, it was a super PAC. So, of course, we have to separate the two now. But anyway, this ad basically told the story of this guy who Romney's Bain Capital shut down his plant. And then his wife got cancer and died because they had no health insurance coverage. And the Republicans were screaming, "Oh my God, how could you say such things? You know, Romney retroactively left Bain in 1999, even though he didn't do it till 2003 or 2002. But he retroactively resigned. So, of course, this 2001 plant closing had nothing to do with him, even though his wife Ann had said, yes, he split his time between the games and Bain. So, but we forget about that little factoid. But meanwhile, so it was supposedly 2 years after he he was still in charge, but he wasn't in charge because he was in charge until, he was a sole owner until 2002, and then he retroactively resigned to 1999. But in 2001, while he was still in charge but not in charge, they closed this plant down, and this guy got thrown out of work. So he had no health insurance coverage. And so the Republicans jumped on this ad as, oh, this is a lie, this is just vicious, this is untrue, la 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 la. This is taking politics to an all-new low, which is just priceless if you think about Republican politics. They take each other to a whole new low when they fight each other every day, let alone when they go after a Democrat. But here comes Miss Andrea Saul. She comes out to Fox News, the base channel, to put this to bed. And she's going to just knock this conversation down right now. So she comes out and says, well, if the guy had just moved to Massachusetts He could have had Romney Care, and this wouldn't have been a problem. Yeah, she said it. Now, of course, that set the base on fire because the base hates Obamacare. I mean, this is all anti-Obamacare, but Romney Care is exactly what Obamacare is. And the best defense they've had so far came from Marco Rubio, who said, well, if you don't like Romney Care or Obamacare, at least with Romney Care, you could just move out of the state of Massachusetts and you could run away from it. But if it's Obamacare, you'll have to move out of the country, and that's unacceptable. And that's the best case so far they've had. And now they're saying, well, the guy should move to Massachusetts so he could save his wife. So I love this. So, of course, Rush Limbaugh had a complete meltdown. For once in his big, fat, drug-taking life, he actually had nothing to say. Not a word. He just was like, and he was speechless because he knew the jig was now up. So then last night, just to pour a little more gasoline on the fire, just in case you missed this, I don't watch Fox personally, but I caught clips of it. And then I went searching on YouTube today to see it. And it was delicious. Hannity, who Sean Hannity, which is, he makes me laugh to begin with, had Ann Coulter on. Now, Ann Coulter is one of my personal favorite whack jobs. I love Ann Coulter. She absolutely tells it like it is in her own mind. So she got on Hannity last night and just blasted Mitt Romney and his whole campaign over Andrea Saul. And she suggested, first of all, she demanded that Mitt Romney fire Andrea Saul. And she said if he doesn't, that every donor, especially every big donor, should stop donating to the Romney campaign because there's no sense in going to a convention and fighting for, quote, this guy if he's going to make these types of arguments about his own record. In other words, speaking the truth of his own record. There's absolutely nothing to fight for if he's going to tell the truth about his own record and be proud of his accomplishments. She said it on Fox. Not on NBC, not on ABC, not in the lamestream media. She went right on Fox and talked to the Fox folks and told them that. Don't support Mitt Romney on his record. It can't be done. No one will put up with it on the right. So, now what? I love this. I love this. When you have to run on a bunch of lies and half-truths and quarter-truths and eighths of truths instead of just the truth, you have a big problem. A really big problem. And when you get so many people brainwashed into believing this stuff, and then they turn around and tell you the truth and it blows up in your face, you must feel awfully punked. I can't imagine how the Fox viewers must have felt last night when they woke up and realized maybe they should have listened to Newt Gingrich and the other ones that were trying to get Romney to release his tax returns and be more open about his record and answer questions, even though he wouldn't. But since he was so overly funded, he just got shoved right through the system in the Republican Party. And now they're stuck with this guy and they despise him. They despise his record, they despise everything he's ever stood for, and now they're making him take stances that he's not comfortable with, nor are his advisors. And they're not prepared to just sit and bold-faced lie because it will stick with them forever. It's awkward. Politics in this country is awkward. And this was probably the most priceless moment. This was the gold medal. I mean, the gold medal of the Olympics that I've been looking for. That, and of course, Mitt Romney's tax returns, which we still haven't seen. But wait, there's more. Mitt said that Harry Reid is lying. But we have to trust him on it. that what Harry Reid said was fundamentally, absolutely untrue. How does he back it up? Well, he said so. And you people don't need to know or see any proof. I wonder how long that's going to last. Now, I know a lot of Republicans want to change the topic, but seriously? Can you? For more than 5 minutes? On any day? In any news cycle? I don't think so. But I'm certainly glad we're now starting to talk about Mitt Romney's record too. So besides his lack of tax returns, now we can talk about his record. That should really excite Republicans, and especially the Republican base. They love socialized medicine. They love big government. They love a guy that likes to take control and switch his views on absolutely everything. Because when you look at the clips of Mitt Romney saying, "I am pro-choice," that excites the base of the Republican Party. Kids, the fun's just beginning. As the Olympics wind down, you're going to see politics wind up. And put on your mitts and get ready to catch, because the bullshit's going to start flying. Have a good one.